Welcome back to the O Show. Everything crypto and NFTs every day. Bitcoin hit $53,000 today. $53,000 Bitcoin. $53,000 Bitcoin we hit. And my internet just stopped. I don't know what is actually happening, why it's doing that. YouTube is being cuckoo. Can you guys see that? Is it delayed on YouTube? Could somebody let me know? I'm going to go ahead and refresh. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see. Okay. Oh, we're back. Okay. I don't know what was happening. I'm just here. It is Monday morning. It is a Matic Monday, according to, who said it? Did Mike say that? Mike said it. Full disclosure, I am holding Matic. I am a Matic fanatic. I've got a decent moon bag of it, and layer 2s on Ethereum, they matter. They definitely do matter. But again, that's just my opinion. Bitcoin's at $53,000. Ethereum is pumping. Everybody's making money, and it's super exciting. And we've got some pretty bullish news for Gala. Yes, I'm invested in Gala. I have been for quite some time. We do have a poll at the top. Are you using the Gala ecosystem? Please let me know, because we'll get back to that. But let's go ahead and first talk about, what do we got to talk about? Insanity, bullishness. Oh my. This is the current crypto market cap. And as you all can see, we are up. Everything is pumping. Everybody is exciting. And most notably, what am I seeing? Theta is up 19.1%. Stacks, which is a gamer call, 9.3%. AKT, which I have a bag and it is stuck on Gate.io, I believe. It's up 9.5%. Flare, 24.6%. And I'm also seeing a lot of people on crypto Twitter, because I had made a post saying everything is pumping and it's never going to go down, which is me being a goofball. But a lot of people are like, XRP is not pumping. What's happening? And honestly, XRP is a very, 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 it has a large market cap. And generally the coins that have a larger market cap are a lot harder to move. And even though that we did have pretty much the end of the lawsuit is here, it's pretty much mostly resolved. I do think that XRP will do well moving forward, but again, we do have to be patient. And this is why we always talk about risk management on this channel. We talk about moon bags, we talk about taking profit, because the reality of the situation is, and it doesn't even matter, even when it's, even when you're, trading traditional stuff, you always have to practice risk management. Always. And the cool thing about crypto is we have access to this market 24/7, 365. And if you do end up wanting to change your bias, you go to your trading, investing, and journal, you're like, hey, you know what, maybe this doesn't sound right. You can do that. And you can do that 24/7, 365. With traditional markets, you don't get to do that. So you are at an advantage and you should be super excited to be here. Super excited. Let's go ahead and get into what exactly is happening. This is from Mr. Abacus. He said, crypto market approaches $2 trillion threshold. Surge in Bitcoin and Ethereum fueling the move. Apparently, the last time we saw $2 trillion was April of 2022. So now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the entire crypto market cap. Okay. So we're taking a look at the entire crypto market cap. We are up. It looks absolutely fantastic. We're right above the EMA 9, which is a great area of support. We've been and I'm using the 3-day chart just because there is so much price action and it's a little bit easier and condensed to kind of see. So the fact that we're up above the EMA 9, that is bullish to me. And again, we've been trading pretty much above the EMA 9 since February 9th of 2024. I personally think that we will continue to rock, and the next area we'll probably see is about $2 trillion, $2.513 trillion around this area. And again, the interesting thing about this is what I do want to show you guys is the Bitcoin chart, not this one. Which one? Is it here? This is the Bitcoin halvening. This occurred back Thursday, the 30th of April. Well, excuse me. May 20. It's easier to see on the monthly. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you all. But that's the Coinbase one. I don't know what's happening to my beautiful computer. I've been gone. Anyways, it's hard to see here. We'll go back to the weekly. But anyways, I think it was May 11th, 2020 was when we had Bitcoin halvening. And the Bitcoin halvening, generally indicates, you generally see some kind of volatility, generally a pullback before, and then you see number go up. But right now we are just absolutely pumping, and this is amazing. This is exciting. And that's why when we've been doing the Bitcoin weekly close streams, I've been really bullish for the most part. I'm not going to deny there will be pullbacks. There will be some volatility along the way. But the fact that we're trading like this, that's pretty impressive. It really, really, really is impressive. And this massive pump that we see. So one of my personal opinions as to why we're seeing this type of price action on a Monday, because there was this kind of meme on crypto Twitter called Bloody Monday. And the reason why is a lot of people were, a lot of the charts, they were dumping on Mondays. But now we have a completely brand new industry that is in crypto traditional finance. That is in traditional finance. And now we're not seeing necessarily dumps on Mondays. But again, that could change in the future. Everything could always change. With crypto, this industry is so completely new that it could change. And if we do take a look at that iShares, the Bitcoin Trust, this is BlackRock's on NASDAQ. Look at it. This thing is going absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. And it wasn't, you have to remember, it was not open to trade on the weekend. So we're seeing a lot of money fuel into the market. So I think that we're going to start to see a lot more confluence alongside positive price action during the week. When we take a look at the iShares Bitcoin Trust chart, especially on Mondays when money starts flowing into the market. However, when there does happen to be a bear market, we will probably see number go down. And that could change. It kind of depends, but this is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It makes me excited. It makes me bullish. I'm just happy to be here. Also too, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. I want to tell y'all what I'm seeing. I think that we are going to probably see today, it looks like 55,000. Looks like it's coming today or tomorrow if we keep on running up like this. And then the next target is going to be about 57.4. And again, when we're in markets like this, pay attention to the market trend. Is shorting a good idea? If you're skilled enough to short, that's great. But honestly, it's kind of just good to take a step back and just hold and watch things happen. But if you have to long, if you have to be at late longer, that is your business. But just be cautious. But for the most part, Bitcoin is just looking absolutely beautiful. And again, we are partnered with CoinCatch. If you would like to use my ref link, they're giving away up to a $5,125 bonus. And in addition to that, read the terms of service, not your keys, not your coins. And there is no KYC. So they've got a lot of different coins that you can trade there. You can even dollar cost average, take your stuff off, do what works for you. But when you support me, you support the channel. So really quickly, we will talk about Ethereum, but I want to talk about Gala now. And as you know, we've been a Gala supporter for a very, very long time. I run 3 founders nodes. I have a moonbag of Gala, and I run 3 music nodes. So I'm very much involved in the ecosystem. I don't really pop in the Discord too terribly much, but I am involved in what's going on, and I do support the community in that aspect. I've got a bunch of NFTs, etc. Yes, there were some nasty lawsuits with Gala earlier this year. I had a lot of people saying, Wendy, what are you going to do about this? Are you going to sell? Should I dump? Because I had a moonbag, and because I do believe in the project fundamentally long term, because of just how they are attacking the music industry, the gaming industry, and the film industry, I do believe that this is a very strong project. Again, that's my personal opinion, and I am invested in it. So there's some news, some recent news about Gala Chain. So we're going to go ahead and cover it after I got all those disclaimers out of there. Okay. So apparently, Gala, the world's most secure altcoin, according to the leading blockchain security auditor, Certec. And apparently, Gala is the most secure altcoin in the entire world. So let's go ahead and take a look at this report together. And this is according to Certec, okay? So if you guys don't know what Certec is, they are a blockchain security firm. Basically, when you create a project, you go to them, they audit your company. They're very similar to Hacken, and they just tell you what you need to do to improve project security, and they give you a rating. Pretty common in the industry. Gala holds number 3rd position on Certec's leaderboard with a security rating just behind Bitcoin, number 1, and Ethereum at number 2. Certec awarded Gala an outstanding AAA security rating, placing it in the top 9 projects globally with a security score of 95.34. And again, that is Certec's opinion. For my opinion, is Gala the most secure blockchain in the world? Don't know. I don't know, because this is just one opinion. But at the same time, they are doing quite quite a lot of building behind the scenes and publicly. And this is a good thread from my good friend Jason. Friday thread, now with more alpha. So let's go ahead and skim through this and see what's going on. So Gala Chain's DEX launched this week, potentially tomorrow. Gala Swap will offer centralized exchange level trades and near instant finality with everything actually happening on chain. Swapping $100 in USDC for Gala on Gala Chain using Gala Swap cost 1 Gala, burned roughly 3 cents. The plan is set the fee for the market for the maker and taker side of the equation at 1 Gala burn for any trade of any size. That's absolutely amazing. If you've traded on DEX before, like Solana, for example, it's very affordable to trade there. And same with Cardano and a lot of the other layer ones. Ethereum is very, 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 very expensive. Like I tell you, I use Ethereum for a lot of things and it costs like sometimes $10, $11 to send like a transaction through, which gets it's a little bit cuckoo. That's pricey. But again, the only gripe I have here, again, I have to put in some negative connotation when there's something. Let's say, for example, because Gala has this whole brand new burn mechanism that they're doing. Let's say, for example, the token ends up shooting up to $1, okay? Like, let's just put it that way. And then when you're swapping or doing anything on Gala Chain, on Gala Swap, then the transaction fee increases. That's the only gripe that I have. But again, that could change. The plan is set to fee. We said this already. The plan is set the fee for the maker and taker side of the equation at 1 Gala burn for any trade of any size. Any ERC token based on Gala, any ERC20 token based on ETH can be bridged and traded on Gala Swap for 1 Gala burn. New token integrations will become automatic by V3, opening Gala Swap for traders of anything from stables to meme coins. So because it's so affordable to trade with this, I might start doing it. Because I want to save as much money as possible when I am doing anything on a DEX, because it can get expensive. And I don't know if you could write those gas fees off. I'm not 100% sure. And then again, this is the other thread about Gala Swap. And I absolutely adore Jason for him just kind of going in and just talking to people about what is happening with Gala and Gala Swap and just answering questions to the community. And now we have this whole hype around DPIN. We'll probably make a video about that and talk about different projects that are on DPIN or what those are, etc. in the future. But now taking a look at Ethereum. Ethereum price at 22-month high as open interest soars and Dencun nears. Dencun is supposed to be an upgrade with Ethereum. And again, I'm not telling you to buy Gala in any way, shape, or form. If that is something you want to do, you need to do your own due diligence. In the past, we broke the $3,000 mark for the first time since April 2022, last week. And there's an important upgrade next month, Dencun. We've been talking about that. It's supposed to bring proto-dank sharding to Ethereum, promising to make it faster, cheaper to use via layer 2 solutions. So basically with Dencun, according to this article, it's going to make it faster and more affordable to use on layer 2 solutions. I personally would want to see Ethereum more affordable to use on Ethereum, not a layer 2, because layer 2s are kind of annoying. They really, really are. And that's another reason why crypto isn't where it's supposed to be, is because it is still very hard to use. And that's okay. That's okay. If you're in crypto today, you are in the right spot, but realistically, it's still pretty hard to use. Advice is welcomed. I'm not going to give you any advice on anything. If you decide to buy something, that is on you. I can't. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor. If you guys do need a financial advisor, you can contact Dame. But I'm just an entertainer, and I talk to you guys about my journey and what I'm doing. And if you put money into a coin, that's your business. Now, taking a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is currently trading at approximately $3,144, and she looks like she is going to continue to rock up. Once we get in this range, hopefully we ping pong a little bit over here between about $3,178 and $3,300. Since Ethereum started running in early February 6th, we have been balancing very nicely on the EMA 9. I'm bullish on Ethereum. Again, I've swapped some money, some USDC into Ethereum when we were trading like $1,600, and I'm very happy right now. Very, very, very happy right now. So as far as Ethereum goes, if you guys want to trade this, I've got my CoinCatch ref link in the description. If you use that, you support me and the channel, but please read the terms of services and not your keys, not your coins. Ooh, I want some soup. I'm actually honey right now. What happened? Somebody said, due to Rand, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I guess Ben and Ran are arguing. I don't know. I honestly have no idea what's going on. This is the thing. We have 290 people in here, but only 93 likes. Smash a like. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up. Wendy, are you going to fight? No, I don't want to fight. Why do I want to fight? Why do I want to put myself through all of that? If the boys want to fight, let them fight. Let them be masculine. Let them fight. I just want to be in my feminine era. I've had enough fights in my entire life, like physical stuff, okay? Don't need to fight anymore. Don't want to. I know a lot of people want me to fight, but number one, they couldn't afford me, and number two, I'm just not interested in it. There's no really upside. What's the upside to me getting in the ring? Is it? No, not really. Anyways, I do want to take a look at Gala price-wise. And again, not financial advice, and I am invested for those of you tuning in late. Gala is up, doing absolutely beautiful. We're getting back to this bullish range. Hopefully we are able to break above this area here. That would be fantastic. But Gala's up and she's looking nice. This is the way that these EMAs are getting stacked. This is actually bullish and this is very nice. Very, 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 very nice. You take a look at Bitcoin, you see what I mean? You have the really teeny tiny EMAs and then the big ones. That's how you want to see a chart. That is bullish in my personal opinion. Now, taking a look at Gala, this is the daily. I'm taking a look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is kind of ping-ponging, going sideways over here above the EMA 9. Fantastic. I will say that any pullbacks that we have had, we actually did almost retrace to the EMA 100. So that is something to pay attention to on the 4-hour chart, which is 0.27. Let me see. I'm not saying we're going to get a massive retrace here, but that is something that I would pay attention to. Just in case, you never know. And this is why we talk so heavily about setting limit orders, because with limit orders, if something does dump and there's a lot of volatility, you are able to get in. That's just my personal opinion, but you do what works for you. Now, we talked about Uniswap yesterday. So basically, Uniswap has this brand new proposal that if you stake or delegate your tokens, you're going to earn some of the revenue from that, which I don't think it was approved yet, but that's actually a really cool idea. And I like it. I think it's fantastic. But of course, some drama. Early Uniswap whale sold 1 million of Uni as price surged. So let's go ahead and read this and see, is this insider trading or is it not? A wallet that received 5.44 million of Uni tokens in 2020 sold 90,000 for 1.03 million during a recent Uni pump. Look on Chain says the wallet may be linked to an early Uniswap investor team member. The sale coincided with the governance proposal suggesting rewards for staked or delegated holders. Wallet still holds 926,000 Uni worth over $10 million. So my personal opinion on this, because there's people that are saying, is this insider trading, blah, blah, blah. I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is because if this person was holding this since 2020 and now they're starting to take profit, I don't see a problem with that. Like, if they were a team member, and again, it was just alleged they're a team member, so we don't know that for sure, but you can't get mad at somebody for taking profit, especially if they held since 2020. That's just my personal opinion, but you guys can do what you want. If you want to be mad about it, be mad. I don't know, there's so many people that are mad about so many things on the internet, and it just seems like a waste to me. Like, somebody was attacking me for something earlier today, and I'm just like, people are just so absolutely out of their mind. It's weird. So let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. Adrian always messages me while I'm streaming with things. So this guy held from 2020, which was back over here. So basically, if he was holding from 2020, hold on a second. Let's see. I want to take a look at the chart here. All right. So this is December of 2020. So if the guy got these tokens in 2020, which was here, at about $5.53 and didn't sell until recently at maybe $10, he only doubled his money or their money. But look they had all this time to sell and they didn't. So I don't really have a problem with it. To me, that's profit taking. They didn't dump the entire thing. I don't see anything wrong with it in my personal opinion. I don't. But again, people are going to say what they want to say and make assumptions and be ridiculous and smash the like. I have a bunch of meetings and stuff today. And I finally did all my laundry that was kind of piled up for a bit. But we have to talk about this hot take here. And this is from Mr. Paul Pewey. He is absolutely awesome. And again, shame that we now have Bitcoiners that praise high fees. The narrative has changed, and I guess we have to live with that. And now the fragmentation of Bitcoin into thousands of cryptos. So this is an email from Satoshi over here. Okay. And this is from Mr. Pete Rizzo. I believe he is he's a Bitcoin magazine guy. He says, already known, but Satoshi was pretty adamant that early users consider Bitcoin free. Here, he is now discussing removing transaction fees from the UX of an early software. So let's go ahead and kind of dig into a little bit deeper what is going on here, because the Bitcoin maximalists, they're always fighting about things all the time, and it's just dumb. It's just stupid. So some key points from the thread. Satoshi envisioned Bitcoin scaling with a maximum of 100,000 nodes. They believe that Bitcoin, which Satoshi is Hal, from my knowledge. And again, that was a good friend of mine that told me that. That was one of the early Bitcoin miners. Believe that Bitcoin mining would be less energy intensive than traditional banking. And I agree with them there. A lot of people will sit here and say that Bitcoin is very, very expensive, or excuse me, not expensive, but it is energy intensive. And it does leave a carbon footprint, but not compared to banking. Because also too, another thing I want to say, and y'all can think I'm dumb for this, but we talk about the banking sector. We have people that are driving to their job at the bank to use gas. We have customers that drive to the bank to use gas. We have high levels of electricity to, keep the computers and everything running, ATMs, debit cards, that type of stuff. So it's like, I wonder if we actually calculated every carbon footprint from banking and compared it to Bitcoin, it would be less, in my personal opinion. But honestly, it's just a dumb argument. Like, Bitcoin has its own ecosystem and solutions, and the same with banking. Both need to coexist in the same place. But that's just my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just a shock jock. Satoshi also foresaw non-monetary use for Bitcoin, emphasizing timestamping. Compared to Bitcoin, DigiCash expressed legal concerns and avoided the term anonymous. Satoshi expressed fatigue, took a break in 2009, and discussed Hal Finney's absence. Discussed Bitcoin adoption, ease of obtainability through mining, and received a $2,000 donation. Satoshi was adamant that early users consider Bitcoin free. He discussed removing the transaction fees from the UX of an early software, saw Bitcoin facilitating trade of internal internet currencies, mentioned Liberty Reserve. Satoshi had a mysterious absence in 2010, and there were discussions about it. Removed anonymous language from bitcoin.org due to concerns about sounding shady. So all in all, a bunch of Bitcoiners are arguing about the high. I think they want high transaction fees. I don't even know what these people want. These people are absolutely so unhinged. It's like they want to control the narrative of Bitcoin. They forget that we're operating in a true decentralized economy. They attack people for altcoins. They attack people for building on Bitcoin. They literally attack people just to attack. Like, if you do not do exactly what they say when they want, they are going to they go crazy on you. And it's ridiculous to me, because I think that we can all coexist in a true decentralized economy. But I also have a different mindset than a lot of these other people. So what do I know? I'm just an idiot on the internet. But I think ordinals are absolutely fantastic. And again, you guys, the amount of money that's being tossed around with ordinals right now is insane. If you don't know what Bitcoin ordinal is, if you don't know how to utilize the ecosystem, Alpha Gamer's been talking about this for a long time. We've been talking about it on the channel. I don't hold your hands to do things, but at the same time, please explore the Bitcoin ordinal ecosystem. As far as NFTs go, and again, ordinals are not NFTs. The easiest way to explain is they're kind of like NFTs, but they're not. An NFT is a unique token on the blockchain, but an ordinal is an actual inscription on the Bitcoin blockchain that's there forever. So it's a little bit different. They're more secure. Bitcoin is the most secure chain in the world, but pay attention to Bitcoin ordinals, please, because there's going to be a lot of money to be made with those. And if you're not paying attention, I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know. Bitcoin should be used how it wants to be used. The Bitcoin maxis should stop harassing people and just let them be, because they're not going to do anything. All right, next story. Eleanor from Miss Ellie. Scoop. The Bitcoin miners are also using the courts to fight the Biden administration. So let's talk about this a little bit, okay? The Texas Blockchain Council and Riot Platforms won a favorable ruling against the U.S. Department of Energy. TBC and Riot opposed invasive data collection on crypto miners by these agencies, and a court issued temporary restraining order preventing the Agency Information Administration from mandating miners to respond to a survey and sharing any collected data. TBC and Riot argued that compliance could cause harm, including cost, potential prosecution, and disclosure of proprietary information. The court found TBC and Riot likely to succeed, citing misuse of authority and inadequate justification for the emergency survey. And that's a problem that we see, and this is my issue with the SEC and a lot of these government bodies. We see an overstep of power. Like, these agencies were essentially created to protect. They were supposed to protect retail. They were supposed to protect the underdogs. But really what ended up happening is they got way too much power. And instead of actually doing their job by protecting you, they are overstepping their bounds. They're attacking companies and they're inhibiting your ability to use your money how you see fit. Are people responsible to make decisions on their own? I would like to say so, but a lot of the stuff I see on the internet tells me otherwise. So I am in favor of some sort of regulation that complements everyone. Like I remember there was a proposal, there was something talked about the SEC that they were basically going to, they're talking about people investing in crypto, but only saying like you can use 5 or 10% of your yearly income to do so. And people were upset about that. And I don't understand why, because I do to an extent, but we have to figure out a happy medium. Me personally, I'm responsible enough to do what I need to do. But unfortunately, a lot of people aren't. And that's okay. That's okay. To each their own. I don't care. I just want everybody to do well, to be happy, make decisions on their own, and then just leave me the heck alone. Anyway, smash the like, get it up, get it up, get it up. And yes, I said Bitcoin ordinals. Shout out to the Hexicans. All right, Grayscale's Bitcoin ETF records lowest outflows since conversion. This goes to show that more people want to hold on to their Bitcoin. Grayscale's GBTC posted maybe that's not this story. Posted 44.2 million in withdrawals on February 23rd, making it the lowest daily volume since transitioning to an ETF. Woo! Let's go ahead and read a little bit more. All right. This is exciting. Yeah, so basically it looks like Grayscale is kind of done with the ETF, or done transitioning the trust to the ETF, and people are they're very interested and they're excited with it. So I'm happy. I'm happy for them. Also, too, we have a graphic from BitMEX Research over here. All data in now, except perhaps for Galaxy Investco product. Friday was a strong day with 232.3 million of net inflow. Also, the outflow of GBTC was just 44 million, lowest level since January. I think there was a pretty high level. I think they were doing like $500 million every day or every couple days, something like that. But again, the big boys are in town and they are pumping our bags, and I am very, very, very happy. So make sure you have a trading and investing journal. Now, Microstrategy acquires an additional 3,000 Bitcoin and now holds $193,000. Holds 193,000 Bitcoin. So let's talk about this. Microstrategy is a company. It is not Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor is affiliated with Microstrategy. Okay. Now, with that being said, is this a good or bad thing? This is a true decentralized economy. We can't stop them from doing it. Are they buying up quite a bit of Bitcoin? Yes. Should you be mortgaging your house and doing all that stuff? If you want to, you can. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. But at the same time, understand that this is a company that's buying this type of Bitcoin, and they keep it on their balance sheet, and they do things for tax purposes, and they've got cash flow. They have liquid and illiquid assets. So is it bullish? I personally don't care. I was never really impressed with MicroStrategy and them buying Bitcoin or Michael Saylor, but I know a lot of other people are, so good for them, happy for them. Cool. I would rather really talk about how Bitcoin helps to improve the life of somebody from El Salvador or somebody from the United States of America. Like I've actually have a couple audience members that there's two off the top of my head that have reached out to me that were homeless, and they did thank me for my content, and it helped motivate them, and it helped educate them about crypto, and they were able to get off of the streets. So those are types of things I like to celebrate. I don't really like to celebrate millionaires and billionaires and these large corporations thriving in crypto. Is it cool? Yeah, because it helps with mass adoption, but at the end of the day, they don't care about you. They really, really don't. Also, too, MicroStrategy's account was hacked on Twitter. So let's go ahead and briefly touch on this. Okay. So apparently it led to $440,000 worth of crypto being stolen. And Zach XBT posted this, which is great that he posted it because it does help people not get in a bit of trouble. So I just want to touch on this and show you guys what this looks like over here. So this is from PeckShield. And this is what MicroStrategy had said. So announcing MSTR, which again, I believe that's their stock ticker. Our official Ethereum token. What sets us apart? Low gas fees, seamless transactions, built on trust, backed by master, which are talking about MicroStrategy stock. Claim your master today. So let's talk about this. This right here is a blatant scam. And let's talk about why it's a blatant scam. First off, MicroStrategy is a very, very bullish on Bitcoin company. Okay. They have not once mentioned that I don't ever know about, ever have heard about them investing in Ethereum. So that's a red flag to me. Why would MicroStrategy just start talking about having an Ethereum token, an ERC20 token? Why? Why? So that's a red flag to me. Number two, claim. Why would they give you free tokens? Why would they give you free tokens? That's another red flag. Number three here, a massive company like MicroStrategy, if they were going to launch their own token, there would be press releases. There would be covered in the news. You think and it wouldn't be on a Sunday. You think Michael Saylor is not going to be in the limelight talking about this? So again, be very, very cautious with a lot of this stuff. And another thing to note is, why would somebody give you free tokens? Yes, airdrop season is a big thing. People do airdrops all the time. But at the same time, we're talking about something like, that's why I tell you guys to use critical thinking. And that's exactly how you can catch these types of scams. Like, we're talking about a big figure like Michael Saylor. He is going to be out there. He's going to be public. He would be promoting this, all kinds of stuff. They're not going to launch it on a Sunday. So unfortunately, there were people that lost money. And I'm so sorry to hear that you lost money. Please don't click on links on the internet. Please don't click on links on your phone. Don't connect your wallet to stuff. Please be cautious. But we do these silly stories because I don't want you guys to lose anything, any way, shape, or form. I've been homeless. They took us in. Bring back altcoin Sunday. Maybe. Yeah, nothing is ever free. And people don't always a lot of people don't have good intentions, honestly. Like me personally, I like the type of person I am. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I am very much like, if you're cool with me, if you're nice to me, I'm cool with you. And if you need something, I'll do my best to go out of my way for you. But at the same time, I'm starting to feel a little bit tired of that type of stuff because I've just been screwed over in my personal life so much. I'm just like tired. I really just, at this point, I just want to seclude and get away from everyone. I still don't understand why I have so many airdrops in my wallet. I'm afraid to click them. You don't have to click them, but so what happens unfortunately with Ethereum, like, doesn't matter. Any wallet you have, somehow, somewhere, people get the data. They get the data and then they just airdrop a bunch of stuff. So how should you go about the legit ones? Well, you take a look at the contract address. You can, like for Ethereum, you can go on Etherscan and you can take a look at the contract address and then you can plug it into CoinMarketCap, or there's other platforms you can use. And then you can verify if it's real or if it's a scam. In most cases, it's probably a scam, because in order to obtain airdrops, number one, you have to be holding a certain token or complete certain actions. So just, unfortunately, you have to ignore it. But again, still do your own research. This is the dumbest story I've ever heard, okay? ERC20 wallet drainer gets a business license. Aave deploys on BNB Finance Redefined. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about it, okay? A wallet drainer, CryptoGrab, has registered as a business in the UK. The business development team produces Nova Drainer application categorized as a phishing or draining product. SureTech reported the registration of the official company's house website in the UK. Let's talk about this. The absolute fact that terrible people get away with this stuff is mind-blowing to me. It is absolutely mind-blowing. Our public servants can't even do their job. Like, people that are approving these businesses and whatever, like, it's horrible. And I know this is in a different country, it's not in America, but this is ridiculous. It really, really is. But this is crypto, I guess. But again, banks and all those companies, they get licenses and they're scammers. TornadoCash reportedly suffers back-end exploit and users deposit at risk. That's unfortunate. So apparently a proposal has been made to revert back to a previous version of the protocol's IPFS deployment. And apparently there was an insertion of malicious code in the protocol's backend. A post on Medium explains that the malicious code was hidden from a 2-month-old government's proposal submitted by an alleged dev on January. The function of the exploit is to leak deposit data, and there's also a function to steal deposit itself. Only one deposit has been stolen. That's unfortunate. And the reason why it's unfortunate is, like, okay, we're supposed to be operating in this true decentralized economy. And when you do that, there are bad actors. So unfortunately, there was a bad actor that tried to push this through, and it just sucks. It really, really, really just stinks. It's not a good thing. But at the same time, that's when the community comes together and, talks about it and fights and says, hey, this is not good. We're not going to do it. But it's honestly unfortunate. I wish people would just do the right thing. I wish we can all go back to when we were toddlers and our parents were like, or we read the 10 Commandments, just the basic stuff, like do not steal, do not lie, showcase respect, and stay out of people's business. All right, next. Apparently, Blast 2 we had talked about a while ago, but they are layer 2 with native yield. They had airdrop, all kinds of stuff. But apparently, risk on Blast becomes the first to rug on Blast layer 2 after it disappeared following a $1 million presale. The Ethereum L2 has yet to launch. So Blast L2 has not launched yet, but there's projects that are able to build on it. And apparently this project rugged with $1 million. I think rugging is absolutely horrible, but unfortunately, this stuff happens. It sucks. It makes me sad. Now, bitforex. This one makes me sad too. Goes dark amid report $57 million outflow. The exchange CEO stepped down in January. Users have been trying to access the site are met with a page that says, sorry, you guys have been blocked. Last year, bitforex was flagged by Japanese regulators for operating without a license. Unfortunately, the Japanese regulator things, that doesn't really help. But apparently there's some problems there. So what can we do to stop this stuff? Well, let's talk about it. Not your keys, not your coins. Do not leave your coins on exchanges. If you want to leave a coin on an exchange, you need to understand the risk associated. You should not be leaving anything on exchanges unless you're actively trading and you understand the risk. And I've been saying this since 2020 and prior. Like, I've left moon bags on exchanges. Like, for business purposes, I've had to leave crypto on centralized exchanges to file my taxes properly, but try not to leave your coins on exchanges. And I lost money on Gate because whatever. So, it's something that happens in crypto. And this is unfortunate. I hope it's not true. I hope they sort it out, but this is absolutely unfortunate. It's upsetting to see. Now, I want to talk about this. Hold on. Also too with bitforex, Zach XBT said withdrawals have stopped processing. The team is unresponsive. They own 18% of the total supply of Teller TRB. Why would you do that? Why would you keep so many coins there? Jeez, that's a red flag for me immediately. In 2019, Chain Analysis claimed bitforex could have been faking trading volume. Most exchanges fake trading volume. They have makers and takers and market makers and all that stuff. Same with banks and other traditional financial industries. So that's a yes and no over there. Thank you guys so much for TikTok. I appreciate you all. I want to get my ICP off the exchange, but my wallet makes it difficult for me. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what wallet you can use for ICP. So I don't know if Ledger or Trezor supports that. And sometimes a lot of these these different cryptos, they have desktop wallets and stuff like that. That's the only thing I can recommend. I don't have a particular wallet for that. You lost everything on bitforex. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. That's upsetting. This is stupid. This is all dumb. I don't like to hear when people lose money. I can relate to it. I understand it. It stinks. Hold on. A YMCA took us in. Queen, I want to say something about the YMCA. So the YMCA, I know in Pomona, California, they ended up during the panorama, they closed the YMCA and they sold the building to some disgusting a-hole. And it's just upsetting. Like, I wish we would have more YMCAs. I wish they really catered to our kids. Like, I wish that, like, I know back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, they were very accessible, and now they're just not. And they've closed down quite a few of them, and that makes me sad. This is becoming a depressing stream. Let's pick up the volume. Woo, woo. All right. So Binance says it accepts responsibility for past action as judge approves plea deal. I'm going to tell you right here. The reason why Binance is saying this and they're not fighting is because CZ's freedom is at stake. And this is a very smart business move for them. And I'm telling you, Binance is very calculated in what they do. I don't think Binance intentionally meant to do anything malicious. Are they perfect? No. But I really think they knew that this was coming. They segregated a certain amount of money to pay the fine. And now that they're playing 10D chess and they're saying, okay, sorry, we'll pay the fine. And it's going to help the case with CZ. That's my personal opinion here. All right. So Binance faces a record $4.3 billion penalty after judge approved a plea agreement for past actions. The charges settled in November involve Binance failure in AML measures and KYC requirements. The penalty includes a new CEO appointment and a 3-year external compliance monitor. Binance accepts responsibilities for the company's past action and has made significant compliance improvements in KYC and AML. Binance aims to set industry standards for compliance, security, and transparency. So that's good. That makes me happy. But at the same time, JPMorgan only got a $75 million fine for facilitating bad transactions for Mr. JE. Only $75 million. So you're pissed off at Binance for, allowing people, Americans, to leverage, use margin, and to buy different altcoins and all that type of stuff. KuCoin is blocked. Take a look at CoinCatch. Not your keys, not your coins. You should not leave coins there, but take a look over there and read the terms of services. So just super frustrating. Like it's just ridiculous, the type of hypocrisy we see. But this is America, and it's a business, babies. All right. Now, this story over here, we got to touch on this, honey. And then I got a call, all kinds of stuff. GOP senators double down on anti-CBDC legislation. I'm okay with this. This is one thing that I like about the red people is they're like, no, we don't want a CBDC. But at the same time, the red and the blue, they're all the same. But I like this. So let's go ahead and read what's going on. So the Senate Reds want to limit the Fed's ability to create a digital dollar. Good, they should. Concerns include potential misuse for spying on financial activities and restricting access to money. Mr. Cruz, senator, and colleagues plan to introduce CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act. The bill asserts the Fed needs congressional approval for issuing a digital currency. Aim is to prevent the Fed from using digital dollar for monetary policy and broad economic control. Advocacy groups, including Heritage Action, support the bill. Biden administration explores CBDC for cheaper, more accessible payments. So this is my thing, okay? The bill that the Reds are pushing out, there's probably a bunch of other crap in there that is just unethical because both parties are guilty of this. But at the same time, I do appreciate that they are fighting for our liberty because once that CBDC comes, they're going to be surveilling us. If you get in trouble for something, they're going to ping you. It's just going to be ridiculous. So that's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that. But it's all a bunch of drama. Also, too, Mr. Trump endorsed, we talked about that, right? He didn't really endorse Bitcoin, but Vivek kind of helped him out with that a little bit, I think. And this story is cool. PUBG publisher taps Circle to integrate in-game wallet on new metaverse. Circle will provide an in-game wallet and USDC payment to support for gaming creators of the metaverse game Over There. This is freaking awesome news. This is epic news. Let's talk about this. This makes me bullish on gaming. GameFi was another sector we said to pay attention to. Let's talk about it. So, NFT metaverse game Over There partnered with Circle to integrate Web3 wallets and USD payments for its gaming content creators. Content creators will receive stablecoins in exchange for their gaming content. That's awesome. Where do I sign up? The game will also integrate USDC as an alternative way for creators to settle transactions and generate revenue. Over There is a joint venture between software company Naverz and video game publisher Krafton. Krafton is the game publisher for the popular battle royale game PUBG Battlegrounds. This is fantastic. We see a lot of GameFi stuff popping off, and I'm happy to see that Circle is essentially partnering with this game in some capacity. That makes me happy, and I don't think that Circle would partner with them if they were a bad project. Somebody said, what are my top 3 holdings? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and cash. When we are invested in something, we do shout it out because it's important for transparency, something we will always do on this channel. Thank you so much, Pew Pew, for the $5 super chat, just because I appreciate you. You're going to help me. That's PUBG. I thought that lots of games were called that. I don't know. Anyways, but thank you for that. Now I can get, what can I buy with $5? What am I going to buy with $5 today, guys? Actually, I have to go to the grocery store. So maybe some blueberries? What are my top 3 altcoins? How about, I'll give this to you. The top 3 sectors that I am very, very excited about: GameFi, ordinals, and AI tokens. Scams pump the hardest. I know you guys don't want to hear that from me, but it's like if I tell you what my top 3 bags are and then they pull back or something happens and everybody gets mad. You're a scammer. I know it's unfair again, but hey, man, I'm tired of the drama. All right, so let's talk about Miss Warren. Shout out to John Dean. I'm voting for John Dean. I don't even know if I can because I'm not in that Massachusetts, but Miss Warren, this is Elizabeth Warren exiting a private jet and hiding behind her aide once she realizes she's being filmed. Warren is a climate activist. She has an issue with crypto because it's harming the environment. She also spent $721,000 of campaign money on private jets in 2020. So this is my issue with these people. These people want to impede on your liberty. They want to cause you grief, and they want to tell you what you can and can't do while they're advocating for the complete opposite. So that's why I have a problem with her, and you should too, because that's upsetting. What do you think, honestly, about XLM, XRP, and Hedera? I like Hedera because Hedera is that there's a lot of growth on it. For XLM, I don't really know what they're doing too terribly much right now. I know it's a very popular coin because of XRP, but I'm not sure what's going on developmentally. I haven't really seen a whole lot from them. And then XRP is a banker's coin, in my opinion. No issue with it. I support them fully against their battle against the SEC. But at the same time, I don't, as far as like pumponomics go, I don't know how high that's going to pump. But I do like Hedera. Out of all the ISO 222, I do like Hedera. Maybe because I'm biased because I like Karate Combat. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. Ooh, Taco Bell. Oh, I could get a... Queen, don't start with that. Queen, don't start with that. Queen's in the chat saying she's about to lose her job. That was the funniest freaking video ever. The funniest freaking video. And this is the thing, like, I absolutely love, like, these... Like, a lot of... Humans are awesome in the respect that people just do really weird stuff, and like sometimes it's caught on camera, it's just funny. Like I just thought that video was ridiculous. Like that lady was getting handcuffed and she's like, "You're about to lose your job," and it's funny. It's ridiculous, but it's also funny. Like I gotta laugh at it. I gotta laugh at stuff. Like people are ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, Queen. All right. Justin, JPMorgan CEO Jamie Dimon sold $150 million worth of his JPMorgan shares. This is the first time in history he has sold any of his JPMorgan shares. Why are all these billionaires selling? And this person right here said, Bezos selling, Jamie Dimon selling. Wonder, what did they know? And this person over here, Dimon, Zuck, Buffet, Gates, multiple senators, Bezos, Musk, and other CEOs selling as a coincidence. Their previous sales, November 2021, Jan 2020, and 2018. That's some food for thought to think about. That's some food to thought to think about. Wendy loves cops. I'll give you my feedback on cops. So I have never had the law, in most cases, protect me any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form. I haven't. Everything that I've reported or I've had to deal with, I've had to fight for. So I have a disdain for the law. Are cops bad people? I actually support a lot of police officers. And I think that, and hear me out, I think that a lot of police officers, they go into the force to try to do the right thing. And then they get corrupted and things happen. And then the whole ego thing happens. So I like to judge people based on, their actions. On their actions, because I think it's very important to do that, because I don't think all people are the same. And I will say, my next door neighbor growing up, when my parents got divorced and we moved in with my grandma and my great aunt in the 2-bedroom townhome, my next door neighbor, he was a police officer. I don't know if he still is today. I haven't stayed in contact, but we didn't see my dad a lot because he wasn't well. And this police officer, that was my neighbor, who's a family man. He had 2 kids and a wife. He would come outside. He would play with us all the time. He probably spent more time with us than my dad did. And I will never forget that act of kindness, especially when you're a little kid. You don't really know what's going on. So I will say that because of that experience, that changed my mind on a lot of things. And now that I'm a mature adult and I can kind of look back on that and be thankful for that. And then also, too, I was in a very bad situation. I was getting out of the hospital, and this is when I was homeless and things weren't good. There was a police officer that gave me $20 to take a cab to where I needed to get to. I've seen police officers do bad things to people, like my ex, but he had it coming. He did. Yeah, I agree with that. So that's just my opinion. But again, some cops are bad. They're just not good. But I think that I think moving forward in life, I think what we need to do as a society is start judging each individual person based on the way they treat you. And we should also give people support that are good to us. So no crypto talk. We do a lot of crypto talking, but I'm a shock jock. And one thing about me is we don't just always talk about crypto because it can get a little bit boring. That is my opinion. Anyways, hold on. What did gamer say? No worries. What did gamer say? Gamers always like dropping like amazing stuff in here. What do you say? Gamer, if you like helium, check out the NOS, low cap deposit beauty. Warren Buffett from Berkshire Hathaway now holds 150 billion in cash. Why is that? Gamer. Wendy Bear, we're about to rip. Good. I hope so. Okay. Anyways, you guys. I was on a 5-minute break. No, we talk about all different types of stuff here. I think it's important. I think it's really, really important to address a lot of different things on the show. Because I don't like to just only talk about crypto. I know there's a lot of content creators, they just make their content about crypto, and that's good. I'm happy for them. But I take my job seriously, and I also like to highlight other different things. Social issues are very important to me, treating people with decency, because I don't think we have enough of that. Like, making money is really cool. I love it. But at the same time, I really, really, really love to talk about social issues, or, you know, I want to be able to inspire people to become better people, or just know that they're going to be okay. Anyways, I have to go. I have a call. I'm running late. And shout out to Tina. Go follow her on Twitter. She's my girl. I absolutely adore her. The best ever. But anyways, you guys, sending love and light. If you can, go do something nice for somebody today, whether it's just a smile, acknowledge their existence. That makes a difference. And also, too, my face, I did half of the old foundation and half of the new foundation. This is the new foundation, and this is the old. So we'll see. But anyways, I have to go. Sending all of you love and light. And I'm going to drop a video for you 3:30 p.m. PST. Anyways. Bye-bye. Bye, you guys. Thank you so much for being awesome human beings. Shout out to Kelly. Kelly, I might be doing something that you can bring you and your family to. I'll message you when I know that it's for sure. It's a fun event for the self-care.